I'm Susan McGinnis with Clean Skies News. I'm joined now by Rob McCord. He is the treasurer of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Rob, thanks for joining us.
Happy to.
And tell me, what is at stake here for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania when we're talking about what the investment community is after here at this investor summit?
Well, we're embracing the investment statement offered by Ceres. A lot of what we want to do here is urge people to act quickly. There's a huge need for speed. It's time to pivot away from the obsession with Copenhagen and ask what's going on at the federal and state levels. And there are huge returns on acting quickly. The longer we wait, the more expensive it gets, in part because of people are building infrastructure as we speak around the world.
So when you get the speed, you get the clarity, you get the policies that you're after, what happens in Pennsylvania?
Well, in Pennsylvania, first of all, we have whole companies built around the cap and trade, the proper pricing and capping of carbon emissions. We also are very aggressively moving on wind and solar. So we're seeing a ton of job creation in those spaces, and proper incentives, for example, for conservation would spur job creation in Pennsylvania.
So what is it that you think is at stake here for the investment community that is the reason that this gathering came together?
Well, first of all, I think a lot of us are on pension fund boards and just worry about having stable, predictable returns and honoring our needs to pay bills, including pensioners. And one of the things that's going on is we're getting an increase in volatility and an increase in global financial risk. Maybe a year or two ago that had a lot to do with mortgage-backed securities. 5, 10, 15 years from now, it'll have a lot to do with the failure to address global climate change unless we really step up the pace with which we're addressing it. So point one is that it reduces risk. Point two is that it creates jobs, and I'm a statewide elected official. I care ardently about job creation and improvement of the economy in general. Go ahead.
So if you had your way, what would Congress do right now?
They would essentially pass a global climate change bill, a sort of stepped up version of what's already been passed in the House.
All right, Bob McCord, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
State Treasurer for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I'm Susan McGinnis with Clean Skies News.